So your values are the things that really get you motivated. So from one day to the next, you're either having a great day because you're living by your values, or you're having a terrible day because you're not. And you'll notice what your values are if you do an exercise like this, or if you notice, for example, when someone says something that really upsets you, one of your values is probably being not respected. Or if something on TV is really delightful to you, then one of your values is kind of in the foreground. So how can you find your values? I'm going to show you by doing it myself on a piece of paper in the next bit of this video. You can do this by thinking about other people. And I want to be really clear about something. You don't have to think about marvellous people who deserve a statue somewhere. You could think about people you don't even like and still find some answers that are really useful to you. So when I used to take my daughters to school, we used to get off the tube at Camden Town. And most days there was a guy at the train station, at Camden Town tube station, who sort of noticed us, recognised us, said hello. And so I'm giving him as an example of someone who doesn't deserve a statue in Trafalgar Square, but is someone who represented some of my values. So what I noticed in him that I liked were qualities that matter to me. And that's what I'm asking you to do with this exercise. I want you to think of people, and they can be anybody at all. And I want you to think about what you do admire about them. Forget what you don't admire. That's not part of the exercise. Just think, what do you admire about those people? And write a note. You've got to write a note. You can't just do it in your head because it doesn't become kind of real. You've got to make a kind of thing out of saying it out loud or writing it down. So make a note of the person and then write down some of the qualities that you admire in them. Now watch me doing it here. And underneath that, I want you just to write down the names of people that you choose basically at random. You could choose people who pop into your head, or you could choose from a list. You could have a set of categories. You could choose, for example, someone from the world of sport, someone from the world of music, someone from ancient history, someone from your school, whether it's a teacher or a fellow pupil. It doesn't matter who you choose. You can choose people that you're pretty sure you really don't like. A lot of people don't like Donald Trump, for example. Clearly some people do. But if you're one of the people who doesn't like him, try the experiment. Try writing down Donald Trump and then see what qualities you can sincerely admire in Donald Trump. Now, when you've done the exercise fully, you'll have a list of qualities that you admire in other people. And you can see that I've done that here. Take a good look at that list. That list basically describes who you are, or who you'd like to be when you're at your best. Now, how's this going to help you? Let me explain further. So to make this exercise really work for you, I urge you to look at your own list of values and choose the ones that most appeal to you now. And then think, how can you, in the very next instant, get more of that thing? So trying to remember what I wrote down on mine, I had curiosity, willingness, being funny, being technically skilled, having a big heart. I can't remember all the rest, but I could look at all of those and I could go, how can I be now more skilled, more willing, have a bigger heart? How could I be funny like my friend P? And as soon as I give myself that prompt, I'm putting myself back in a position of being in charge of how I'm feeling in the world. And whatever's facing me, no matter how difficult or complicated it may be, I can choose to approach it with a big heart, or with a sense of humour, or willingness, or technical skill. And now I'm facing it on my own terms. So it's really, really powerful, this. If you make a list of your own values and you become more and more familiar with the things that really get you motoring, and maybe carry that list around in your pocket for a few weeks, and notice what you admire about other people. You give yourself the permission to be as good as you possibly could be. I really hope you find that helpful.